What's up, guys? Oh my gosh.
Hey, Kyle, you spoke recently, about looking at some of these final games with Jimmy as their last games and the emotions that went into it. How was that yesterday, kind of during the game, after the game, and have you had time to process that?
Yeah, during the game, I really, I wasn't thinking about it too much just because we really felt like we were going to win that game, and it didn't feel like things were coming to an end until it actually did happen. But afterwards we had time to hang out in the locker room, hang out on the plane and whatnot, and kind of process those emotions. And it wasn't easy, but I've expressed to you guys and to him privately just how much I've appreciated Jimmy, and what an awesome teammate and just a brother he's been, to me and all the other guys. So yeah, it wasn't easy, but we love him and we wish him the best.
Kyle, the kind of obvious follow-up to that is, Trey, you got to see him all year. You've been around him, see him develop. What do you think is his state of readiness, assuming it goes the way we think, and he's going to be the guy next year?
Yeah, assuming if that's the case, I think I'm excited to see what he does with this offseason, because I've seen what kind of work ethic he has. I've seen what kind of drive he has, with the type of person he is. And I know he's one that's going to dedicate everything to preparing himself and getting ready, and being ready to lead this team if that's what he's asked to do this next season. And I think he's definitely going to be the type of guy that's going to, step up to the plate and be ready to do that.
Hey, Kyle, after a season ends in the playoffs, no one looks ahead and says, I don't know, next year's not going to be too good. But I mean, it does seem like you guys have reason for optimism as you look to the future. What are some of the biggest reasons to you, to think you could be back in the same place, if not farther, next year?
Yeah, I think the easy answer to that would just be to point out the type of talent that we have and the type of young talent that we have and guys that are going to be here for a long time. I think that's the easy answer, but I think what the real answer is, what we went through this season and the type of resolve and resiliency that we found and established as a team. That's not easy to do. You have to go through things in order to do that. And yeah, you can collect a lot of talent and put a lot of good football players on the field. But it's not enough to win a championship in this league. It really isn't. But the fact that we were able to overcome so much this season and know what it takes to do that, I think that bodes really well for us going forward, when you can combine that experience with the talent that we do have.
Couple more.
Kyle, you've been one of the guys who said how special this locker room is since you've gotten here. What about this year? Is it even more just because of what you've gone through? And then also, what did you learn about yourself this year?
Yeah, no, it really is. It really is special. And I truly believe that we have one of the best locker rooms in this league. And I think you're right, because we went through so much together this year. I think it's made it even more special. And true friendships and bonds are made by going through adversities with one another and having shared experiences. And when you go through a season like we did with one another, it really truly does bring you closer and tighter together. And I think I just learned that I'm surrounded. It's not just on me, it's as a competitor, as an athlete. It's you always want to shoulder as much of the adversity you want to shoulder as much as you can yourself. But I think I just learned this year that I have a whole locker room full of guys that can take on a lot themselves. I'm surrounded by really tough, gritty, resilient people, and it's not just on me. And I can truly rely on my teammates.
Last two.
Question about a different Trey Sermon. I mean, you've got two rookies in your room going into their first full off season. Do you give advice to them? I mean, and if you could, what would your advice be especially for Sermon, who didn't really have a huge role for a big chunk of the season for you guys.
Yeah, most definitely. I've talked to both of them a lot, and I told them I want to continue to reach out to them in the off season, answer any questions they have. And I spoke about it earlier in the season in regards to Trey Sermon specifically. My rookie year, I played 4 offensive snaps the entire year. I was only on special teams, and that changed quickly in my second year. I became a full-time starter, and my career went on from there. And that's possible for him too. But it takes an off season of dedicating everything you have, to your craft, to this profession, and just really becoming a better player. And I've given some tips to both him and Mitch on what I think is expected from both of them. And just because I have eyes, I've been in the league for now I'm going to go into my 10th year after this off season. So I've seen a lot of players come in and out, and I feel like I have a good feel of the type of things that they're looking for and what sticks around in this league. So I just try to help them, point that out to them and let them take care of it from there.
Last one, Eric.
Hey, Kyle, I know the Cardinals through the years have really made a concerted effort to stop your guys' running game. And it seems like the Rams, tried to do that too. I don't know if they, were doing the same type of, the same type of scheme or whatever, but was it similar in that way in the way they were selling out?
Similar to Arizona?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think about it, till you point that out, but yeah, it's similar in that way. And I think that's something you can expect when you're, playing a division opponent who, you've already seen twice earlier in the year, and this is the third go around. They without a doubt know us better than anyone else. But yeah, I mean, hats off to LA. They're extremely aggressive, extremely downhill on defense, and they presented us with some looks that we hadn't seen, and they did a good job. They had a good plan, and it worked out well for them.
Thank you, Kyle.
Yep. Thanks, guys.